Hello and welcome to the next episode of Podcast Pitstop at Accountex Manchester or Accountex North 2024. And I am joined by Richard. So those regular viewers out there will know I spoke to Sophie from Allica Bank in May at Accountex London. And they said, look, that was fantastic. Can we get Richard on? So we said, well, of course you can. We like Allica Bank. My clients love Allica Bank. So I wanted to have another chat with Allica Bank. So Richard, introduce yourself. Tell us who you are, what you do.
What an introduction. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Richard Williams. So I'm the Senior Partnership Manager at Allica Bank. So Allica Bank, those who don't know, we are a very modern, relationship-focused bank. We won the award for the fastest ever growing fintech in the UK. So wow. Super proud of that. We are a really modern bank, purely digital, purely online, but we do have a bit of an old school twist. What that means is every one of our clients gets access to a relationship manager, which is so important with banking these days.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's where you say you're a modern bank. So you are, but you're also a traditional bank where my clients know who their client manager is. And that's the person that they speak to regularly, and have any issues, they get there, and clients often CC me into emails, and the response times from their client managers is phenomenal. Whilst you are a modern bank and you've got all the bells and whistles of all these other modern banks, the defining feature from my client's point of view is not just the somewhat handsome interest they get on their bank accounts from you.
Yes.
But this customer service, and this is what it was like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I know my bank manager in effect, and I'm able to have a conversation with them.
Absolutely.
And talk whatever I need to talk about.
Yeah.
And I think that's really important that people realize that there are banks out there that are still trying to do it the proper way from a customer service point of view.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you for those kind words. But, our goal, it's a bold one, but I think we'll get there, is to become the most recommended bank by businesses.
Yeah.
There is a problem with banking for small to medium businesses in the UK at the moment. Just to give you some stats, in the UK, there's 275 billion on account, earning nothing. No interest, zero. That's about 75 billion worth of interest going missing into the bank's pockets every single year. It's massive.
Yep.
As you rightly mentioned, we like to really look after our customer, find out about their business, who they are, what they do, how they do it, and then reward them for banking with us. As a bit of a shameless plug, just the benefits with Allica, banking with us, you earn 4.33% interest on your cash savings. We had a customer, I won't name names, but had nearly £1 million on deposit with a major bank, moved the £1 million to Allica, earning excess of 44 grand in interest. He is now providing medical insurance for his employees.
Fantastic use of that.
Amazing.
Yeah. Love that. So let's go back to something you just said there. You want to be the most referred bank to businesses in the UK.
Most recommended bank.
Most recommended, right? Now, accountants and bookkeepers that are watching this are going to go, it's easier said than done.
Yes.
We're not sure what the rules are about us recommending a banking provider, because is that not financial advice? It's very murky waters. So what would your suggestion be to accountants and bookkeepers watching this about how they can recommend you to their clients because of the support, the interest rates and stuff?
Yeah.
Whilst also not crossing any lines with the FCA and people like that?
Yeah, brilliant question. So we work extremely closely with accountants. Our team of 10 within the bank, we only work with accountants, and we want to add value to them and their businesses by providing our banking services to clients. Now, we recommend accountants to have a panel of banks. Don't just have Allica solely, but have many different banks on the panel, and then give the customer the option to explore their banking.
Yep.
A lot of accountant partners are now introducing a banking element to their quarterly, bi-yearly reviews to talk specifically about banking. We may not suit a startup business, but if you've got a particular bank who can look after startups on your panel, it means you're really covered to help all options. So again, just make sure you've got that panel of trusted banks you can give to your clients.
Maybe someone starts up, right, and they don't meet your criteria, but a year or two later they do. Then the question is, oh, that's really painful to move banks. Oh, what a mess that's going to be.
Yeah.
But you guys do the switch guarantee, don't you?
We do.
Which I think most accountants and bookkeepers and business owners don't even realize that's a thing for businesses. I think they all sit there and go, oh, I know what switch guarantee is. If I move my personal bank account, everything moves, it's dealt with. But that's actually available for businesses.
Yeah.
And I've had clients that have gone through that with yourselves, and it's been absolutely painless.
Great.
Like, it's been incredible. We're talking businesses that have got hundreds of thousands of pounds in the bank and hundreds of direct debits and standing orders, all switched painlessly. Absolutely no problems at all.
Yeah.
So just because a client is with one bank doesn't mean they can't move to you painlessly.
Yes.
Because we've got this switch. And I think accountants and bookkeepers need to be more aware that that facility exists. And it is just as easy as moving a personal bank account these days.
It really is. And we by no means want to be a pain. We only want to reward and add value. So we are completely happy to be utilized as a secondary account in the first instance. We understand for a business to change their invoice banking details over can be problematic.
Yep.
So we're happy over time to bring the customer on board, show them how good we are. We don't charge any monthly fees as long as there's 50 grand or more in the account. There's no monthly admin fees. There's no payments fees. But then when they are happy with us, they've utilized the payment services, the payroll functions, we can utilize CAS, which is the switching service.
Yep.
And that essentially takes care of all the direct debits, all the standing orders. In a matter of days, we take care of all of that to make it painless, seamless. And like your clients, been very happy with the transition over.
One of my clients acquired 3 businesses that were a family group. And without a word of doubt and a lie, it was easier for them to swap banks from a high street bank with a 25-year-old bank account that wasn't open banking or anything to you than it was for us to swap their archaic bookkeeping system to a new one.
Which is crazy, right?
The banking swap was easier.
Yeah.
So brilliant. Okay. So we know what you do and who you are. So let's dig into why are you and Allica Bank here today?
Yeah, great question. So this year, the partnerships team was formed at Allica.
Yep.
We are purely working with accountants to add value to their businesses. We basically are the accountant's relationship manager to the bank.
Yep.
So an accountant will team up with one of the guys or girls in the team. They will have consistency with that individual, knowing that any clients they refer over will get to deal with that person.
Yep.
We love coming to these events, get to meet all accountants, see what's happening on the stalls. And it's just so interesting to hear about the pain points that's happening in the UK. And it's quite sad to hear. We're hearing even this morning, business has been debanked.
Yep.
Again, it's so important for some businesses to have 2 bank accounts. We're happy to do that. We're hearing stories of charities holding over a couple of million in cash savings, earning nothing.
Yep.
And, to earn that £2 million, that's been hard work.
Yep.
And to not be rewarded, it's heartbreaking. So,
especially with charities where that interest can be used for furthering their cause even more.
Yes.
It's almost neglectful of the trustees to not be looking at options like this and to be not earning interest because they're not doing the right thing by their stakeholders.
Yes.
So,
Spot on.
Fantastic. Okay. It's the morning of the event. You've just starting out. What is it when you come to these events you look forward to the most?
I love meeting people. I love seeing what's going on in the industries. I'm embracing the acceleration of AI in this industry. Even though with Allica, we do use AI, but we are human focused.
Yeah.
We like to have conversations. We like to meet, but to harness and utilize AI in the right way, so powerful.
Yeah. Just because you want to be human facing doesn't mean AI can't help with data analytics, making efficiencies in workflows and stuff that's behind the scenes.
Absolutely. Yeah. To take away those pain points, to make your accountants' lives more efficient, better customer experience, add more value.
Yeah.
And to allow you to spend more time on the people's business.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fantastic. How do you take action from these events? Like accountants and bookkeepers come here. What are your top tips for them to take action and get value out of this day?
Talking about Allica when we meet individuals at this event. We understand a lot of information to take in,
Yeah.
a lot of water bottles to carry, a lot of books to take home. So we like to provide the value. We like to understand their business, but then we love to have a conversation with them next week, the week after.
Yeah.
Really sit down, understand their business. Our goal is to add value to these accountants and their practices. How can we get in front of your clients and add immediate value? There's no sell, there's no obligation.
Yeah.
We just think the other banks need to stand up and start paying interest and providing a better service to customers.
I completely agree. Whilst it's all great, some of these new banks have got all the tech in the world, doesn't help when they're then debanking you.
No.
And I've been debanked by them in the
Really?
past.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
all of a sudden, I didn't satisfy their AML checks.
Yes.
It's been all right for the last 3 years, but all of a sudden I don't now.
Yeah.
It's like, this is ridiculous.
It's a really good point because a lot of the banks, again, they don't do those checks up front.
Yeah.
Whereas when we bring on a customer, we can normally bring them on with a few days. Everything's done.
Yeah.
It's all ready to rock and roll. Yeah, that's so important. The last thing a business owner or an accountant wants to think about is their bank account going to work tomorrow?
Exactly.
Yeah.
What do you think about the accounting and bookkeeping industry in the UK?
It's ever evolving. I think is the right word.
Yeah.
This comment might be a bit going against the grain, but people have to embrace technology.
Yep.
Not defend against it. The ones who embrace it, we see they're going from strength to strength. The ones who are against it, they're slowing down, becoming inefficient. But it's exciting. I think it's only going to get bigger and better and stronger.
Yeah.
And it's good to see all these new partners come to these events all the time. It's fantastic.
Fantastic. Okay, we've spoken about this already a bit, but let's clarify this for our listeners and viewers. What is your ideal client?
So we love to work with established businesses. Our definition of that is a business who's been trading in the UK for more than 12 months.
Mhm.
So an established SME.
Yep.
We like them to have over 50,000 on deposit.
Yep.
So that can be in the current account or the savings pot. We understand payments go in and out, so it can fluctuate.
Yep.
But that's where we can add the most value. We are a full wallet bank. So what I mean by that is we can offer asset finance, commercial mortgages, growth finance. So a business turning over 2 million to 40 million, we can really add value with their financing needs as well.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And again, a lot of these new banks that are tech focused don't offer any of that.
No.
They are just a bank account.
Yeah.
So let's talk tech. We've all got different tech devices and softwares in our lives. What's the most important bit of tech that you've in your day-to-day life where you go, you know what? If I didn't have this, I'd lose control of where I am. I'd be lost. Or what? What's your probably your biggest bit of tech that you think, if I could advise anyone to get this bit of tech or this software, this would be it?
Great question. I think within Allica, we've built a lot of our own systems. So if I were to mention a few names today, it would mean nothing. But we've got some really efficient systems that eliminate the pain points for a customer to come on board with us. So if a customer wants to come on board and bank with Allica, there's no signatures. We have an amazing electronic ID verification, but our actual bank accounts, our mobile phone app, is brilliant. It works. It's simple. Customers love it. So if I had to nail it down, I would say when I'm presenting to clients, I'm so proud to show them the website, the app, because it does what it says it does.
Yeah. It's fantastic. My clients are loving it.
Outlook, but yeah.
Emails.
Yeah.
No, brilliant. Okay. Now, we touched on this a bit earlier about AI. Obviously, a big topic in every industry at the moment.
Yeah.
More so in the accounting and bookkeeping industry, because we're nervous about what AI might and might not be able to see and sensitivity of client data.
Yeah.
How do you think it's going to impact the accounting and bookkeeping industry?
If it's embraced and people embrace it, don't defend it, utilize it as it should be utilized, it will enhance jobs. It won't take away jobs.
Yeah.
It'll only enhance. I think it will make accountants, the world, more efficient. So then you can spend more time sitting down with your clients and providing those recommendations I think in any business, you have to embrace it. It's simply utilizing Chat GPT.
Yeah.
Don't copy and paste it into an email, but take the body out of it.
Yeah.
Tailor it to yourself and really go for it.
It's a starting point,
Absolutely.
which
Yeah.
normally you can sit there for 20 minutes trying to work out how I'm going to word this email. Actually, that saved me 15 minutes because I just need to reword that one.
Yeah. But I think to give, statistical analysis, financial analysis, these are really important tools that AI can really, really help with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Brilliant. Well, Richard, it's been an absolute pleasure to talk
Thank
to you and to get more insight into Allica Bank, which when I spoke to Sophie back in May at Accountex London, I didn't have any clients with Allica Bank.
Yes.
I've now got half a dozen limited companies with Allica Bank, all of them singing your praises, loving life.
Amazing. Yeah.
One came to you because she'd basically been insulted by her current bank because of a business decision she took years ago.
Yeah.
And she did perfectly within her rights, but they said we wouldn't touch you because of this. Clients have moved to you because they've acquired businesses and they've gone from, we need to get rid of this old high street bank account that's from the 1990s and we need something modern so we can actually have financial reporting and insights. And that all starts with the right bank account. And there's a bit of money here. We ought to be earning interest here.
Absolutely.
So for anyone that isn't using Allica Bank, please look at putting them on your panel. Get in touch with Allica Bank. Come and speak to them at these events. Get in touch on the website because they will be able to add real value to your clients. And if someone you recommend adds value to your clients, that in turn means you've added value to your clients. Like I can turn around to my clients and they go, oh, fee review time. And I'll go, well, these are your fees. It's like, oh, really? How much money are you saving me in tax? Well, hang on, never mind about that. How much interest have I earned you in your bank account?
Yeah.
Because I recommended this provider on my panel. Okay, fine. Question solved.
I know. And some accountants are, say there's 100,000 invested with Allica. That allows the client to then spend more money with the accountant on more advisory, more services. So it's fantastic. Yeah, we love adding value. We love working with accountants. We just want to add value to your practices. Yeah.
Fantastic. Right. This is your moment, sir.
Yes.
So feel free to look at either of these two cameras here.
There's so many. Yeah.
And how can people get in touch with you, your team? What is your call to action?
Yeah.
How
Lovely.
can they reach out to you after this episode?
Yeah, no, thank you all very much for listening. My name's Richard Williams. Please feel free, reach out on the website. We do have a dedicated partnerships page on our website. We'd love to take you through the bank, how we do things, provide you with a system demonstration, show you how we link into Xero and Sage, how payroll works. And then we provide the same service to your clients. We love to meet them. So yeah, looking forward to speaking with you. We can add lots of value. And yeah, thank you very much for your time. It's been brilliant.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Hopefully you found that insightful. Hopefully you're going to go and look at Allica Bank and get them added to your panel of banks you recommend. I normally put it at the top of my list because that's the first people look at. Another one I always find quite helpful is pros and cons of each bank. And as soon as you put an interest rate next to them and there's none on the others, that really helps.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Thank you very much for joining us on this podcast pit stop. Keep tuned for the following episodes that will continue coming to you from Accountex Manchester. And we will see you all very soon.
Thank you.